morning. I'm delighted to be joined by Patricia Pastor, the General Partner in Next Tier Ventures. This interview is sponsored by VDS, which is the tech conference at Valencia. So we're going to be talking about the Spanish tech landscape and how the preparations for VDS are coming along. And there's so much to talk about, so I'm just going to jump straight in, if that's okay. It's fitting that VDS is held yearly in Valencia, which is known as the City of Arts and Sciences. What's the importance of art and creativity to science and innovation today, and how do you screen for it as an investor?
Well, I think that the place in the City of Arts and Science is something unique. It's a very unique and differential hotspot that you can find in other events, no? And that, for example, is that makes so special VDS, because people want to come and see the grandiosity of the building and the architecture, and was amazing not to do an event inside this art of Santiago Calatrava. Is part of the magic, of the event. And also the sunny city of Valencia give us the opportunity to do the stages under the lakes, and to do the conference inside the museum. I think that is so special in difference now, other events that normally is in big furious now, and big places only for events now. And that is the difference. You make an event in a place when you feel creativity, you feel art, you feel innovation, and also you can walk, because it's a big place when you can inspire, and you can share that with others. The big picture and the spot of the event is super place with the lake, with the Calatrava architecture. And I think it's important for us to do the event there, because it's an icon of Valencia, firstly, but also because it's an attraction for someone who normally goes to an event and doesn't expect to see that kind of place. No, you are. It's not that you are expecting to attend.
No, some of my most memorable conferences have been in places like that, and I think that when you're in that kind of atmosphere, then it infuses all the conversations. Which sectors of Valencia's tech ecosystem would you say, as an investor, are the most promising? What's catching your eye?
Well, Valencia is a thriving ecosystem. Okay, I think it's very well positioned because it's the gem of Mediterranean, and he's very well connected with Europe, with LATAM, with USA, with EMEA, no, and also the generosity, the entrepreneur character of people give the ecosystem something special, that is a very affordable ecosystem, very secure ecosystem. You like is a city where you like to work, you like to connect, no, and it's easy also to have a good work-life balance, no. Nowadays, it's true that we are very positioned by our nature, our exits, our successful of our entrepreneurs in sustainability, in agri-food, in healthcare, now in AI, and energy. Then it's a diversity of industries that together make a very strong ecosystem right now.
VDS has been called the bridge to Latin America and the US. When you speak to members of the Latin American and the US tech and investor community, what is it that they would like to see more of from Europe and from Spain?
Where members of the Latin American and US tech communities are particularly interested in Europe commitments to sustainability, but also the difference between two continents, Europe more focused on regularity frameworks, and USA that encourage more innovation. No, it's more risk to start there. Europe more inclusive, no, more secure with their entrepreneurs. But I think to connect both continents is interesting because they can grow in together, combine both mentalities now and both mindsets. Now, I think that is interesting for VDS to attract in 3 days all the innovative minds that can share and discuss about the risk, the fields of the moment, and collaborate together. Why not? It's not only difference between continents. Is the goal is to collaborate and build something together. To find good opportunities and to access to discover what happened in Southern Europe, in Northern Europe too, because we have a challenge to connect Northern Europe and Southern Europe, and VDS with the joint venture with the Next Wave, we are working in that goal. And also to find the cutting edge technologies right now, and they are developing and they're happening across Europe. And also the value of Europe's approach is to balancing technological advancements with ethical considerations.
Speaking of cutting edge innovations, when investing in AI startups, particularly in Europe or the US, have any Latin American investors spoken to you about what it is that they look for?
Yes, as we are saying, it's very different not to invest in AI in maybe not only in continents but by countries. No, I think that investors globally seek several key characteristics in AI startups: a strong technical team with experts in AI, with a strong board, and also a clear and scalable business model, and the ability to solve significant problems with AI solutions. Now we have now a super challenge to integrate AI in corporates because they need to make this digital transformation to be competitive. In Europe, for example, there is a strong focus on compliance with data privacy and regulations. In the US, scalability and market potential are paramount, while in Latin America, investors often look for innovative solutions tailored to local market needs and challenges. Then it's very different where we are looking to find solutions in different continents, because we need to understand their cultures, their pain, their needs, and it's not maybe the same to have an exit in Latin America with a solution than in USA or in Europe, because it's very different, the needs, the situation of technology of the moment. And I think that is the key of a reasonable investor, that need to find the good projects in each continent. No?
You spoke earlier about the importance and how front of mind regulation is right now. In terms of striking the right balance between safety and innovation, how is VDS platforming those who are really impactful within that conversation?
For us, for VDS, the focus is the startup, the founder, no? And we work to help all the needs of the founder. And we understand by needs the tech war in talent, the problem to hiring. We understand the problem to access to investors, the problem to access to good partners, to find a good board that can help you to scale faster. Okay, then what we try to do is to combine and to attract all the vibrant minds of these topics of nowadays. They can connect, because maybe for them it's more difficult in the day by day to meet these kind of people. And what we try to do is to facilitate the network for startups from all over the world. They come to VDS, they can meet with people, they can help in their projects to be successful. Okay, it's why it's not necessary, to have the very speaker show, but speakers and people that after their keynote with a very approach to a differential value about the vision of technology in the 4 years or 5 years or 10 years, also after they can share their knowledge with a founder, with a startup, or with someone who is thinking to start a project now. And I think that is the magic, because they are very big events where it's very difficult to connect, it's very difficult to do a good network. And with 15,000 attendees, I think is a good number to do a good network and to find what you are looking for. And maybe during all the year, it could be impossible for you because you are not very important for the moment. You are just an entrepreneur with a good project, with a good company, trying to do all your best and to need to find the best help for to be successful.
And it's like you say, Valencia has the architecture to have all those conversations and make those long-term connections. Across so many events this year, AI is such a dominant theme that it can be difficult to navigate how to actually have those conversations in the most valuable and productive way. When designing panels and when thinking about speakers, how is VDS trying to foster the most valuable conversations and avoid the hype?
I think you have three groups, no? People who is dominate the conversation, then people can give clarity and brands to what will happen in the future. Okay, people who are looking for answers and finding VDS the best place to resolve their doubts and their answers, no? And people who is trying to understand why technology, why innovation is the key to be more competitive and to be differential for the company, and go to VDS trying to connect with the new world, the new economy, and innovative people. No, it's why I think to avoid hype and foster valuable conversation, we prioritize the speakers who have a track record of practical implementation and real-world results in the new technologies. And when we say new technologies, it's true that we are talking about the new generative AI, but we are talking also about sustainability. We are talking about the new ways of fintech. We are talking about education, and a lot of topics and verticals that we need to assume for the next years in our real life.
There are so many startups that will be exhibiting on the startup competition in Valencia this year. It seems like that's something that really distinguishes VDS as a conference. How do you select those startups, and what distinguished those who were selected?
I think startups select for the competition at VDS were chosen based on several criteria, no? The innovativeness of the solution, market potential, team strength, and scalability. Also, look for startups that are aligned with the current trends and address pressing global challenges. But I think what distinguished the select startups was their ability to clearly articulate their value proposition. A strong team, founders with resilience, and demonstrate traction and potential for growth, and present a well-rounded team capable of executing their vision. I think it's key to be attractive for investors, to be attractive for partners, but also for people who can join your project.
Patricia, this has been such a wide-ranging conversation. Thank you so much. I'm sure that we're all excited to be at VDS and to learn more about it. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Lassie, and thank you very much for the you.